ceasefire on paper, war in practice. Israel strikes Hamas and Hezbollah as Iran looms. Hamas disarmament remains. Lebanon falters. Missiles hum in Tehran. Tension coils, diplomacy frays, and the next spark could ignite a wider storm across the region. On paper, Israel is under ceasefire arrangements with Hamas in the Gaza Strip and Hezbollah in Lebanon. In practice, both fronts saw significant attacks on November 23rd, including an Israeli strike that killed a senior Hamas military operative in Gaza and airstrikes deep inside Lebanon's Bekaa Valley. A third front, Iran, continues to loom, with Israeli officials increasingly concerned that Tehran is preparing for the next round of confrontation. According to the report by Ynet, frustration is mounting in Lebanon over the perceived failure of Beirut and its army to disarm Hezbollah. The same report adds that Israeli strikes have intensified north of the Litani River and across southern Lebanon, with 2 Hezbollah operatives killed in recent operations. The group has warned against further attacks, and the IDF is preparing for potential escalation in the coming days. The report suggests that the notion in Israel is that American oversight of the ceasefire arrangements appears limited compared to previous agreements, drawing criticism from international observers. The cancellation of a planned Washington visit by Lebanon's military chief after he referred to Israel as the enemy signals growing friction. The arrival of US Ambassador Michael Issa has raised expectations in Jerusalem that Washington will push Lebanon harder on enforcement. Structural problems within the Lebanese armed forces complicate matters. Many soldiers are drawn from Shiite communities, making confrontation with Hezbollah politically difficult. The Ynet report also says that Lebanese troops earn roughly $200 monthly compared to Hezbollah fighters who make 3 times that amount, leaving little incentive to challenge the militia. Meanwhile, the report suggests that the situation in Gaza presents different challenges. Washington wants to advance to the second phase of the ceasefire framework, but Israel is resisting after Hamas failed to return the bodies of 3 slain hostages. The second phase would require easing conditions in Gaza, including reopening the Rafah crossing and allowing greater movement. The UN Security Council has already approved a stabilisation force, likely comprising troops from Arab and Muslim countries, is expected to deploy within weeks for training. However, many Arab states remain reluctant to contribute forces, fearing direct clashes with Hamas, which refuses to disarm. Israeli officials say Hamas will not surrender weapons voluntarily. During recent cabinet discussions in Jerusalem, ministers were told that if the United States cannot secure disarmament, Israel will have to act. The Israeli military is moving quickly to shape conditions before international forces arrive, since responding to violations will become more sensitive once foreign troops are on the ground. The most volatile front remains Iran. Intelligence assessments indicate Tehran is rebuilding its ballistic missile program to maintain strike capabilities against Israeli territory.
Missile factories are working 24 hours a day. They hope to fire 2,000 at once to overwhelm Israeli defenses, not 500 over 12 days. Israel feels the job is unfinished and sees no reason not to resume the conflict, so Iran is doubling down preparedness for the next round.
International officials warn of miscalculation risks, with either side potentially launching preemptive action out of fear the other will strike first. Diplomatic efforts are underway to reduce that risk, but Iranian leaders do not trust Israel and believe the IDF may be planning preventive action. Israeli officials say Washington does not appear fully aware of escalation potential, despite US Central Command activity across the region and American presence at the Joint Command Center in Kiryat Gat.